Ellen Robb was a 49-year-old mother and active community member living in Upper Merion Township, Pennsylvania. She was married to Dr. Raphael Robb, a renowned professor of economics at the University of Pennsylvania who specialized in game theory. To outsiders, the couple seemed successful and stable, living in an affluent neighborhood and raising their only daughter. But behind closed doors, their marriage had been strained for years. Ellen had reportedly been planning to file for divorce, and tensions in the home had reached a boiling point. She had begun preparing to separate assets and had met with a divorce attorney. Friends said Ellen seemed more optimistic recently, hoping to move forward with her life and gain independence from what she saw as a controlling relationship. On December 22, 2006, police were called to the Robb residence. Dr. Robb told authorities he had come home to find Ellen murdered. He claimed it was a home invasion. The scene in the home was violent. Ellen had been bludgeoned to death in the kitchen with what appeared to be a heavy object. Blood spatter suggested a chaotic and intense attack. However, investigators found no sign of forced entry, and no valuables appeared to be missing. Police became suspicious when Dr. Robb's version of events began to fall apart. Surveillance from nearby locations did not support his timeline, and inconsistencies in his statement drew further scrutiny. Within days, the investigation shifted focus entirely to him. In January 2007, just weeks after Ellen's funeral, Raphael Robb was arrested and charged with her murder. In a stunning confession, he admitted to killing his wife during a heated argument over holiday plans and her intention to finalize the divorce. He said he lost control and struck her repeatedly with an iron pull-up bar that had been kept in the home. Robb's confession stunned the academic community. He had been considered a leading expert in rational decision-making, yet had committed a spontaneous and brutal act of violence. Prosecutors argued that the murder was not just a crime of passion, but an attempt to stop Ellen from taking half of their assets. In 2007, Robb pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter. His guilty plea avoided a murder trial, but his sentencing sparked outrage. He was given a sentence of 5 to 10 years in prison, which many saw as far too lenient for the severity of the crime. Ellen's family, especially her brother Gary Gregory, began a public campaign to change laws related to domestic violence and sentencing. While in prison, Robb petitioned for parole multiple times. In 2012, he was granted early release, but public outcry delayed his release for several more years. Ellen's family fought hard to ensure he remained behind bars as long as possible, arguing that he had shown no true remorse. In 2017, Robb was finally released from prison. He moved to Pittsburgh and began rebuilding his life in anonymity, but his name remained synonymous with betrayal and violence. The Pennsylvania Board of Probation and Parole placed restrictions on his contact with the Robb family and limited his travel. Ellen's family went on to advocate for victims' rights, working to ensure that those who commit such crimes serve sentences that reflect the gravity of their actions.